What do I want as it gets cooler outside? Comfort food. But not everyone can stomach those ingredients. Well, don't worry, our friend, best-selling author Danielle Walker is back to share some of her recipes from her latest cookbook. It's called Celebrations, and I'm about to celebrate with you some scrumptious
I know,
foods
you said
here.
You're hungry.
I am.
Good. So we're going to start out with cornbread. As you know, I have an autoimmune disease, and I cannot tolerate corn.
Okay.
I look 4 months pregnant. As soon as I eat it, it causes inflammation in my body, but I love cornbread.
So you love the way cornbread tastes.
I do.
So you have some interesting secrets?
Yeah, so there's no corn in it. And instead of all-purpose flour, I use coconut flour, I use almond flour, so it's actually higher in fiber and protein. It tastes amazing with some honey on it, so it's a unrefined sugar.
Can I eat with my hands?
Please do. And it's so good with a bowl of chili during the winter. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on anything just because I can't eat gluten and I can't eat corn and dairy. And so I recreate everything.
This tastes like cornbread.
Good. I'm glad. That's the goal.
Very comforting.
Yes.
This looks comforting, but what is it?
Okay, so this is from the Thanksgiving chapter of my new book, and they're drop biscuits. They're flavored with fresh herbs. So normally, a biscuit would have all-purpose flour and maybe a lot of butter in it. This actually takes whole cashews. So this turns into that. I grind them up in a food processor, and I add a little bit of that cashews, coconut flour, and just mix in some fresh herbs, and you just drop them onto a tray and bake them. So, you can use it to sop up that gravy, which I do also recreate without wheat. Or the next day, you could cut it in half and put some turkey in between it with some cranberry sauce.
And you've done a really good job because the predominant taste of this, it's spicy, but not hot spicy, but it has a really nice flavor to it that reminds me of a biscuit.
Yeah,
it feels and tastes like a biscuit.
Yeah, so there's fresh rosemary in there and sage, and you don't want to eat a Thanksgiving meal without a biscuit and without stuffing, and so I recreated all of that.
I love this, and it really does taste great. Last but not least, I'm so excited to try this.
Okay, good. So one of the things that I miss, because I grew up eating them on Christmas morning, and my grandmother made them, and I heard from a lot of my readers, cinnamon rolls. And you can't have them when you can't use wheat flour and you can't use refined sugar. So this uses, again, it uses cashew butter. It uses arrowroot, which is kind of a substitute for cornstarch. It doesn't cause as much inflammation. My body can process it a lot more. And then it also has flax and chia seeds in it. So you're bumping up the, anti-inflammatory fiber. And the frosting is actually made from cashews, coconut oil, coconut milk. So you've got that healthy fats, unrefined sugars. What do you think? It's cinnamony, it's sweet. Is it good?
I'm just curious, is anyone planning to take that home with them? Because this is really good. Thank you so much for these great recipes. So tasty. The best part, if you're in the audience, you're going home with a copy of Danielle's new cookbook. It's called Celebrations. And for those of you at home, we're going to have these recipes on our website. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.